Mr. Speaker, sir, as I have explained on several occasions in this House, there are certain requirements and preconditions which would have to be met and fulfilled before the Creole language can effectively be used in the proceedings of the National Assembly. It is noteworthy that some good progress has been made in terms of the elaboration of the orthography, grammar, and vocabulary, and in this regard, the following linguistic aids have already been published: l'orthographe créole mauricien, grammaire créole mauricien, and dictionnaire créole mauricien. Moreover, as the House is aware, an Académie créole République Maurice has been set up in May 2019 under the aegis of the Ministry of Education and Human Resources, Scientific Research and Tertiary Education to follow up on the development and use of the Creole language in the Republic of Mauritius. I officially launched the Académie créole République Maurice on 3rd of October 2019. One of the objectives of the Académie créole République Maurice is precisely to develop further the orthography, grammar, lexicon, usage, and norms of the Creole Mauricien. Mr. Speaker, sir, as already explained in my previous replies on this matter, the mastery of the language at all levels is a major prerequisite of its introduction into the National Assembly, and this process will take time. I must say that the preparatory works for people to develop a mastery of the harmonized version, the Creole Mauricien, is being pursued and facilitated by government through teaching and training. As a matter of fact, the Creole Mauricien, which was introduced in primary schools in 2012, has been extended to grades 7 and 8. The teaching of the subject has also been extended to grade 9 in 2020. It will be assessed at the level of the National Certificate of Education Assessment in 2020-2021 at the end of grade 9. It is noteworthy that the number of pupils studying Creole Mauricien in primary schools has shown a steady increase from 17,305 in 2017 to 18,903 in 2019. Moreover, 3,681 pupils of grade 6 sat for Creole Mauricien at the Primary School Achievement Certificate examination in 2019, compared to 2,830 and 2,480 for the years 2018 and 2017 respectively. Government is pursuing its efforts for the promotion of the Creole Mauricien in schools by providing all necessary resources. This effort will have to be sustained over a period of time until we develop the required critical mass. Mr. Speaker, sir, it must also be pointed out that for the Creole Mauricien to be used in the National Assembly, we must first ensure that the members of the National Assembly, along with all the relevant staff, receive appropriate training in the language. Mr. Speaker, sir, we have also previously underlined the technical requirements in terms of hardware and software which will have to be put in place before introducing the language in the National Assembly. The digital recording system being used in the National Assembly presently is a customized system which uses an off-the-shelf component in the form of voice-to-text software for the automatic transcription of the proceedings of the House in English and French. The technology being sensitive to accents, the supplier would have to be requested to develop a platform to recognize the Creole language. In this connection, I am informed that the National Assembly is currently examining the different aspects and implications of the use of the Creole language in the National Assembly in terms of technology, language, and the training of staff. Moreover, the National Assembly is also benchmarking on other similar projects where native languages have been encapsulated on technological platforms for translation, transcription, and other uses. Mr. Speaker, sir, we have started the groundwork so as to put in place all the requirements for a successful introduction of the kreol mauricien in the National Assembly. I wish to reassure the House once again that the government will consider the introduction of the kreol mauricien into the National Assembly when all the necessary preconditions are fully satisfied.
The Honourable Prime Minister just mentioned that the major stumbling block is that we don't master the Creole language and we need to be trained. When he goes on press conference, when he goes in electoral campaigns, when we go on TV, when we talk at school, at home, mastery of the Creole language is not an issue, but only for the National Assembly is an issue. Does he not agree with me that this is the lamest excuse that this government has come up with to prevent the Creole language from being used in this Assembly?
It's not a lame excuse, Mr. Speaker, sir. The Honourable Member maybe does not realize that we are not talking about speaking. We are talking about writing. We are talking about reading also. And I don't know, well, maybe he's an expert in reading, but I must say that we have also talked to a number of experts, and they say, they have advised also, that one must be able also to read, to be able to understand. And let me just say, and quote, well, somebody who is well respected. David Rasomi, why you are already ahead of me?
No
what he said. I'm not talking about David Rasomi. David Rasomi was your good friend in 2014. Well, listen to this one. I'm quoting Dr. Arnaud Carpourant. Dr. Arnaud Carpourant. This is what he said, and I quote part of what he has said, not to take the time of the House. Pour que le créole puisse être adopté au Parlement, il faut d'abord que les parlementaires en charge des standing orders soient formés dans cette langue. Les sténographes ainsi que les correcteurs auront à être formés dans la dite langue. Tout cela demandera du temps afin que le personnel de l'Assemblée nationale puisse s'accommoder avec le lexique et la syntaxe du créole pour rédiger correctement les documents. Well, I don't have to say more than that.